Want to help support the channel? Then why not check out the merch that's available from the links below in the description. Help out the channel and get more phenomenal stuff for yourself. And now, with that, let's jump straight into the video. Hey Ranger Nation, welcome back to another video. Today I really wanted to talk about something that kind of made me think a lot about the way that Hasbro is going to be working with Netflix and how Power Rangers is moving to Netflix. Obviously it has already with Dino Fury, but one thing I kind of thought about is how many episodes are we going to get? But before we do that, before we talk about it, if you like to hit that like button, hit subscribe, check out all the notifications, turn them on so you never miss a video, and check out the merchandise. It's all more phenomenal stuff. Will I mumble that? Yes, I will. But with that, let's jump straight into it. I think that this is something that we do need to talk about because I feel that if this is what I think is true and it does happen, I have a feeling that it's going to freak people out and they're going to hate it and that they're going to turn around and blame that we're not getting the standard 44 to 45 to whatever episodes, etc., etc. So, kind of a brief history. Power Rangers from the old days used to have, I think, like 40 episodes. It was an entire season. You know, it'd be a little bit less or a little bit more, depending on which season and stuff like that. And then when Saban bought it back after Disney, it went down from that many episodes. I can't remember how many Disney. If you know, let me know down below in the comments. But basically, it went down to 22 episodes because of the way that Nickelodeon would run it, and it would effectively become 2 seasons. So you would get 44 episodes, but it was just 2 seasons, either containing the word Super or Mega in the name, which again was a thing that they thought would get kids absolutely excited about, going, yeah, it's a Super series, yeah, it's a Mega series. But it didn't, did it? It never got people excited for that. So we went down to 22 episodes. Now, Netflix is something completely different. They know what success is. They know exactly what works well and what doesn't. I have a feeling, and this is my own opinion, that we're going to be getting at least maximum maybe 12 episodes, minimum 6, and it's going to be roughly in that one. But the main difference is that we will get an hour-long episode or storyline that is completely different. Now, I had to look through because I didn't want to throw out random numbers. I looked through some of the different seasons, some of the newer stuff, some of the older stuff that wasn't, that has been shot by Netflix. Not like, say, Star Trek, which has like 22 episodes or whatever per season. But when I started looking at like what's been released now, most of them had either minimum of 6, maximum of 8, or they did go maximum of 12, which I feel like that's what Netflix wants, because either then they can produce more seasons after that and be like, hey, this is whatever series is next, and it's got another 8 episodes, but it could take another year for it to come out with the exact same kind of cast or with the exact same storyline. Now, I'm very kind of interested to see how they do this. If they released 8 episodes, obviously the story would be completely different. And I feel like we will see what Jonathan Entwistle will produce when he comes to doing this Power Ranger reboot or reimagining, whatever they want to call it. But it did get me thinking on that one. The main thing would be, as I backtrack over my words, would people be okay with this, or would people hate it that it's not the same formula that we've seen over and over time, and it's what people kind of want now? Again, you have to kind of think that for the last almost 30 years when it comes to Power Rangers, we've had the same formula all the time. We've had the same thing that happens, and again, we've had Saban's handbook that says, hey, you have to do it like this. But with Netflix, they know their audience, so I think that they're going to be doing it slightly different than normal, or slightly differently than normal, which I think is kind of a big thing. There are some episodes on Netflix that are a lot slower. I started rewatching again I'm Not Okay With This. I've been watching a lot of other kind of Netflix shows, dramas, comedies, and stuff like that. And I find that it's a very slow paced stuff to kind of draw out the story. And I kind of think that if Power Rangers goes through it, it will lose a lot of what it's meant to be. But it could do two things. One, it could gain a ton more like people watching, or it could really ruin it and we never see it ever again. The main thing is we've always had a large amount of episodes because obviously with Super Sentai. So if they decided to drop it down and say, hey, we're going to be doing 10 episodes, you then either have to completely rewrite the story and go from the main thing where it could be set like the Flash, where you have certain bad guys would be the main bad guy and you'd have many little bad guys come along and it would be completely different. Or it could be one of those things where it's nothing like that and it's just either episodic or it's something different. I don't know. It's hard to kind of wrap my head around because I can't figure it out because we haven't seen a show like this, and other kind of shows that are very similar to Power Rangers might be different. The only one that I didn't kind of check might be Voltron again, but that's a cartoon or a CG animated or something like that. Or maybe Transformers, but again it's animated. For live action it's very kind of hard to kind of try and figure out what the best option for that one is. I'm excited for it because I feel like it would be a brand new storytelling, which I'm fine with. I really am, but I want to know how they're doing the episodes. Will they stick to the formula of 22 episodes, 44 episodes, but do it more, or will we get, say, 22 episodes, but they're an hour long and they're shot completely different? Who knows? Like, maybe the one you could think of is Jessica Jones, but I can't remember how many episodes that was. No, that was 13 episodes, and it did feel a lot longer than what I've seen before, so I can imagine that they go down that element where they choose that road because it suits them better. I don't know. It's something that I do want to think about, but I do want to kind of brace people for this because if they do it, I know there's going to be complaints all over. So I just wanted to kind of do it, kind of talk about it. I'm excited. I'm kind of worried for what they're going to do. Are they going to do it differently? Who knows? But I'm kind of interested for the new kind of storytelling. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. What are your thoughts? Do you think that Netflix is going to screw this up? Do you think that they're going to go down to, say, 6 to 12 episodes? Or do you think that they're just going to leave it as it is and we carry on with a slightly adjusted formula? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you like this sort of content and you want to hear and see more, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, as well as that cheeky notification bell to be notified when all videos drop. Thank you very much for watching, and if I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you in a couple of days.
チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。以下のリンクから商品を入手することができます。